This is number 18 from 11-2 worksheet, page 650. And this time we are multiplying with radicals at every spot. Oh, I guess we were on the last one too. And again, I want to reduce anything I can just so that I have smaller numbers to multiply. It saves me trouble later. So I zero in on the square root of 12 and the square root of 8. Those can simplify. So I've got square root of 12. That's a 4 and a 3. So this is 2 square root 3. And rad 8, I've done so many times, is 2 rad 2. I can break it up into a 4 and a 2. See that I've got a pair of 2's and a leftover 2. So I'm going to rewrite over here with 2 rad 3, and not just, because I've got this 4 right there, it's not just 2 rad 2, it's actually a negative 4 times 2 rad 2, because I'm replacing the rad 8. So that's really negative 8 rad 2. So negative 8 rad 2 is what I'm multiplying for that binomial. And then my first binomial has primes inside the radicals, so they're not going to simplify. Those terms won't change. Alright, now I've got something, and I'm going to erase this out of the way, that I feel like it's going to be doable. I could have done it the other way too, it's just then I would have had a lot bigger numbers and more simplifying to deal with. So now, multiply. When you multiply binomials, we've got 4 multiplications to make. So, first term to first term. Remember there's like an invisible 1 right there. So my 1 and the 2 to multiply, and I get 2. And my radical gets the 2 times the 3 stuck underneath. And if I do those two terms, we have negative 8. And then rad 2 times rad 2 is going to be rad 4, which is really 2 without a radical. And then go to my second term of the first binomial. He multiplies in, and I get 3 times 2 is 6. And rad 3 times rad 3, well, that's just 3, because it's rad 9. And then to the last term, get negative 24, rad of a 3 times a 2. Alright, there's my 4 multiplications made. Now, how can we simplify down? Well, he's 2 times 3, so I'm stuck with 2 squared is 6 there. It wouldn't reduce any. And then I know negative 8 times 2, that's minus 16. 6 times 3, that's plus 18. And 3 times a 2 there, that's not going to change, so minus 24 square root of 6. But I notice that I have 2 terms that have a square root of 6, and I also have 2 terms that are just numbers, so I can keep going. So a 2 square root of 6 minus 24 square root of 6. Now I'm in the whole 22 square root of 6. Had 2 apples, took 24 apples away. Now I'm even more at loss, minus 22 apples. And then minus 16 plus 18 gives me positive 2. And that is as far as it will simplify. So that would be the finished answer.